Welcome to our Aquarian Salon. It is the third Aquarian Salon of the third cycle, and it is the 11th Aquarian Salon. For today's Salon, we have chosen the title The Abyss and Beyond. It is a very Scorpionian topic, and we will have later more insight into the topic. Since those who are there, I do not repeat the technical details. I think all of you know about them. And we directly start with the presentation of Frank. Frank will give a musical introduction, and later we speak a prayer and then an introduction to the topic. We will show a painting during the play. We do not speak about the painting. It is just for contemplation, and you will understand and let it come into you. Later we will speak about paintings, but this one is an extra one, just to tune in and have a meditative alignment with a theme, with Scorpio in a way also, and with the music. Frank?
Yes, didn't you want to show this wonderful picture of the round table?
Not yet. This one.
Okay, then I'll start musing you into the theme.
Yes.
It's a very difficult theme because...
Oh, I did not... Wait, I need to share the image, sorry. Welcome. Now is it... Okay.
Okay, I see it.
Yes, good.
Okay. So...
Thank you very much, Frank. We now speak the prayer for group coherence, the mantra. We'll go through it 2 times. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karabhavahe, Tejasvinavati Tamastu, Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May we be protected together. May we share and enjoy together. May we work efficiently together. Let there be no hindrances to our enlightenment. Let no malice prevail. Let peace be in all the 3 planes. Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karabhavahe, Tejasvinavati Tamastu, Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May we be protected together. May we share and enjoy together. May we work efficiently together. Let there be no hindrances to our enlightenment. Let no malice prevail. Let peace be in all the 3 planes. We have planned the Aquarian Salon as a round table conversation, and here we see a beautiful extract of a painting of the Knights of the Round Table with King Arthur, and some magic transformation here in the chalice is happening in the center. And this may also be the topic of today's conversation. If you would like to share thoughts about this image, please do so.
Let me try to say something. It's remembering from the last Aquarium Salon, we talk about the round table. It's like, everyone looks like a king or something. A man to do something good to the people or want to express themselves, or they have the same opinion or the same thinking about what to do or to rise up. Okay, I stop.
There's something happening here in the center when the group comes together. Everyone is a king with a Sahasrara, with a 1,000 petaled lotus. And so we do not see it, but we have the crown center. But when the group comes together, something more happens in the center. As here shown as a transformation of a chalice. And so maybe something is happening through our talk, through our exchanges. Any more thoughts? If not, we go to the first painting. We have chosen the painting Libra at the Deep. It is a painting where you see in the center an abyss. And Libra is the process of subjectivity coming out into objectivity. Libra is the consciousness that separates the inner from the outer, creating the illusion of the material. When we are disconnected from the light, we feel lost. This is the symbolic fall of the soul into matter. Libra is the fulcrum principle, causing the rotation of the wheel of creation. It is the force radiating from center to circumference, bringing diversity from out of unity. It is also the blending force, bringing diversity back to the unity at the center. I created the image by merging 7 photos taken from a hotel in Niterói, Rio de Janeiro, around sunset time and at night. The sphere around the setting sun indicates the center and circumference of the wheel. The sphere, together with the line of the horizon, accentuated by the Rio-Niterói bridge, and the lower horizontal line, formed by high rises, also hint at the symbol of Libra. I had placed the symbol of Libra at the center. It is now fused with the colors. In the lower part of the painting, I designed an urban gorge in a vertical direction by mirroring the flow of traffic lights and high rises. The traffic is seemingly crossing a river created by reflections of street lights and high rises in the water of the bay. The light of the traffic flowing through the gorge reminds one of a cataclysmic chasm in the earth. You might also see the human frame, which I first had in mind when starting to work on the painting, with the sun as Libra lifted up to Aries in the head, the outstretched arms, the spine of traffic lights, and the navel center, Libra, at the lower crossroad. Frank, I forgot to ask you for starting.
Okay.
You are all invited to share your thoughts.
In the astrology chart, yes, Libra is a fulcrum. The first 6 signs are below the horizon. And it's Libra where they first emerge out of below the horizon and enter into the light of the upper above the horizon. So yes, the soul in the lower horizon is in matter, but then it is rising up out of matter and seeking the soul, and especially in Libra. Venus helps it, Saturn structures it, and Uranus makes that change happen. And Libra also is the sign of harmony that comes in during times of stress and crisis and the change of the ages. And Libra says, I will help you through these crises. I will bring in the soul to help you. The beautiful painting of, yes, below the horizon and the light above the horizon, the fulcrum of Libra. Thank you, Luca.
Thank you very much, Risa, for your comment. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, for me is the sun is so overwhelming big actually. What is so there in the world of the human, there are all the little things, the houses and the cars and the traffic and the bridges and everything, and then there is only one big sun is overwhelming all the little things on earth. So this is what I really do like. Yeah.
Thank you. Very interesting. Very good.
I see something like a big sword lying on the ground, burning sword with blue grip, and make a big halo into the sun to show us, whoa, there are other places. There's more than a material world.
Mhm.
This is one picture I see: a big sword and a big halo.
Mhm.
That's my impression.
Thank you, Andre. Very good.
Continuing in the theme of the sun, I see it as like, seems like it's in the background always, that we can always look up. If we can look up beyond where we are, there will always be that sun, sort of like the soul guiding us.
Mhm. Thank you, Rosa.
One more I have about the sun and the background. This looks like the colors changing from dark to violet, golden, yellow, white, blue. It's like it's upper it rise, it goes to heaven or something else, but in higher circles, I think. Yeah.
Yes, I used a photo from the cosmos behind the sun. You see the many stars. Behind our sun, there is the cosmos. It is greater.
Mm-hmm.
And here, when you look down, you see only the chasm, and very small, very narrow, and you nearly cannot escape. But then you look up, wow, the vastness.
It looks like if we are in physical state and going in our emotional bodies, mental and etheric and higher bodies, it's like to lift up from the deepest state in material world. This is a good picture and expressed how it can change it if you look in it, if you see the colors and the different changes, and how higher it gets, desto lighter it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Iñaki, you wanted to say something?
No, thank you. It's a very magnificent figure.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hi, Luther. It's Laura.
Laura.
Yeah, nice to be on again. And it's a beautiful image. And as you spoke, I was thinking about Libra more. And as Risa said, it's the fulcrum, and it just brought that home to be more, that it's the place where we make the choice in the material world to take the path of discipleship in Scorpio.
Yes.
And also that above, I think you said Aries is above. And when I thought of Libra and Aries, we discussed it in our astrology, maybe mentioned it today, even on the constitution of man. Libra is the base of the Anticorana, and Aries is the higher point. So it's like they're connected to the bridge and connected to that link between the earth and the heavens that you can see in this photograph. So on the lower level, on the lower mental level, we have the mental unit, and on the top you have the monastic unit, and between them is the Anticorana. So it brought all that to mind when I looked at the image, and also heightened that awareness of Libra as being a very earthly sign in terms of the place where we have to make that choice to rise up.
Yes, very good. It also says that the lower line of Libra from the symbol is the material part, or and the upper part is sometimes compared to an eagle flowing above the material part, and which brings to Aries, to the higher counterpart of Libra.
Yeah. And Master Kumar also said that Libra is a base. Of course, it is a base, but therefore it's also the base of Kundalini. Yeah. So overcoming the material, and the fire of friction, so will lead us to from the base to the crown and to the cosmic. So it is even here the street. Yeah, this is actually a street, very busy street, but it's on the other side. It has the same color than the sun and the halo, the sun and the halo. So it is. You also can take it as a symbol for Kundalini. Yeah.
I also saw in it what we happen to have in the society, the chasm, the separation between left and right. Between here, it is a mirrored image below. You see, I photographed it down on the street, seen from the 14th floor of a high-rise hotel, and there, this I duplicated. So once is the same, but once is the left side and once is the right side. And in the middle was the traffic light. And this I used for showing when you stay in the duality or the polarity, it is the same like the mirror. You see the mirror image in the outside or on the other side. And so when you look exactly there at the crossroad, the lower crossroad, you see the same houses on both sides, and that all is like mirrored. And this creates the impulse or the impression of a chasm, of separation. It is the same, but it's just mirrored. It was a night of a fantastic full moon when I took these photos. Before, when it got dark, and I slept on the balcony of the hotel, not inside, because I wanted to enjoy the view over the bay. And the reflection part, which you see there, was on a totally different side. I took it with a from my camera. And then I used this part here, inserted it with the reflections in the water, so that it looks somewhere there is this water, the astral, and the lower plane of reflections, and the horizontal also, and these images reflecting in the water. And on the other part, there is another image with a high rise there. It is totally different. It is only constructed, this image. And the impression there that you look behind is another image then towards the coastline. And then the sun, there was an absolutely gorgeous sunset over the bay.
Well, I have some thoughts about it as well. For me, it's very much reflecting a conflict, the present day conflict of looking into your computer and handy and cell phone and all these informations which somehow deceive you, because those bright lights you see in there and the nice pictures and the interesting content, they deceive you because it's not real. It is just a mirror. It is just a construction of us humans that we make. And the whole lower part of this picture shows me this turbulence of everyone is very well informed at the height of the day, and all the tremendous sensations you can experience inside these worlds. And then on the upper third of this picture, the reality unfolds. For me, this shows the peace reality of the cosmos behind, of the background of everything happening, of the background of the cloud, of the thoughts and doing. And I look even further than the sun. I look to the stars. I look to the piece of the cosmos behind. And then there's the conflict, because it's a reflection down there, and we take it as humans for real, for much more real than the star above. And this leaves us in the deep. That is for me this thought of abyss. We are pushed into the abyss of knowable things, of shows and sensations and interests and so on, instead of realizing the globe of the sun and the deep peace behind the Savitru, behind the background of all things. That is the conflict I sense very much in this picture.
Thank you very much, Frank, for pointing out this dimension.
Let me say something. This is like the lower part is the astral realm. There we are, casted in, and we're so busy and we can't find the stars in ourselves, like the heaven. And that's the problem of today. Yeah, as Frank has very good said. We're so busy that we forgot our highest self in us to find and to go back to that what the plan is for our lives. Yeah, we've forgotten the material world and we have to work out this world. This is like to build the antakarana to go the way the divine or something. It's like to go in you, found your temple, found your gold, light it up, and be a spirit or something. It's like, okay, that's this.
Thank you, Andres. Any more voices?
I just discovered the symbol of the earth in the whole thing. Up above is the circle and down below. No, it's the Venus, in fact, yes. Yeah. If it's the other way around, then it's the earth. So it's a symbol of Venus in there.
Mhm.
The circle above the cross.
Yes,
Instead of the cross above the circle on the earth.
yes.
Maybe we should integrate this planet much more than we thought.
Mhm. Very good. There you come to Venus, the soul.
Or one more, if he said from Venus, should we, if we see Venus in it, should we have heaven on earth or something? But we don't feel it.
The upper part is always there, even if you don't see it. The sun is always there.
Yeah, but it is the Tibetan master calls it the prisoners of earth.
Yes.
And the prisoners of earth. And as Frank said, so wonderful, they really forgot to look to the stars. Yeah, so this is they don't look into the sky, and they don't realize there are stars and the sun and the moon, and they are not even interested often. And then as long as do not look to the stars inside themselves and outside, they stay prisoners. Yeah, but it's always possible, and this is what the Venus sign in the picture is showing us. So it's always possible to go the pathway from Earth to Venus. So Venus as a symbol of the soul.
Even more, it's the pathway to confront yourself with your dark sides and integrate them, yes? So it's in this book about Venus from Master Kumar, it's very well depicted by confronting yourself with this fight with the Hydra, that you have to integrate the power of Venus to love yourself. Yes, how can you love yourself when you see inside so many shadows and so many failures and shortcomings? But it's the only way that you integrate this inside power into this thought of synthesis. It's not that you always have to synthesize all the enemies around. It's synthesizing and loving yourself with all the enemies inside. Maybe this is also a clue for these two layers, from below this fight and above the peace. How do you integrate the path of Venus? I think that's it.
Yes, Venus is experience, and therefore we are here to have this experience of being separated and come back, the lost son, finding back the path to the Father via the soul. The Father is space and the background.
Yes, and cross the abyss, what is actually Earth, or stucking on Earth, to be a prisoner on Earth. This is the abyss, and yeah.
Is the abyss the sun for the sons of God? Also we are the sons of God. And we found the way back through the mother to the divine father.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way. Every time the way. I think it's called the I am way. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the next image. Frank.
Okay.
You tune in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio, guarding the threshold to the underworld. Okay. So what happened to the picture? It disappeared.
It's hidden in the background.
Oh yes, now I see it again. So it's typical for Scorpio that it disappeared, yes?
Yeah.
Scorpio hides the things always.
Yes. No. I was trying to get a view back. Can you see the image?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but I wanted to have you here also as well, and the people here. So this gallery view again. Yes. Scorpio guarding the threshold to the underworld. On his symbolic journey through the zodiac, the sun in Scorpio reaches the darkness of the underworlds. Scorpio stands for loss of consciousness and death experiences. These experiences often seem frightening because they reflect encounters with the dark aspects of our personality, not yet purified. Scorpio enables us to enter into the silence for inner transformation and ascension to the light. Scorpio represents the threshold to the infernal worlds. At this threshold, a master watches over the planet and its beings, ensuring that no one falls into the netherworlds. The master is symbolized by the three-headed watchdog called Sarama in the East and Cerberus, Kerberos, in the Greek mythology. Sarama stands for the dog star Sirius, the watchdog of our system. Master Jupiter and also Lord Dattatreya are this watchdog. To illustrate this symbolism, I transformed a Wikimedia photo showing a group of statues from the Archaeological Museum of Heraklion, Greece. It depicts the three-headed Cerberus at the threshold of the underworld, surrounded by Hades, Pluto, the regent of the underworld, and his wife Persephone, which he had by force brought to marry him. She represents the part of the immortal soul that goes through the experiences of birth and death. Any thoughts about it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have any question. This is represented with chakra Svadhisthana. Svadhisthana.
I did not understand. Where is?
Will this picture represented? We have chakra Svadhisthana.
It's not Hydra. No, it is Persephone.
Okay.
And Hades is the man. It is the lord of the underworld. Hydra has the serpents on the head. And she, Persephone, is also Demeter, the mother of the earth, of the seasons. Part of the year she's in the underworld, and part of the year she is above. She was forced by Pluto, by Hades, to go with him, abdicated to marry him in the underworld. But she can go for part of the year above to come back to the light.
Excuse me. Pluto is a lord of Dharma.
Yes, in Indian mythology, but he's also the guardian of the threshold. It is here, you cannot escape the law, and you cannot run away from it. And the stuff which he's holding is a symbol of our spine, of our vertebral column. And there, yes, you can get up only when you follow the line, up the right line, the right direction.
Thank you, Luis.
Well, I understood Iñaki, his question was, is it connected to the Swadhisthana chakra? Is
Yes.
that right, Iñaki?
Muladhara. It goes beyond.
No, it's the Scorpio is connected with the Swadhisthana chakra in respect of its connection to sexuality, human sexuality, and also this picture with its special color toning shows a connection to this theme, as I sense it, the burning fire of desire, of lust, of whatever you see in it. And this is the real guardian of the threshold, as I sense it. So I found this question of Iñaki very suiting. It's connected with Swadhisthana, for sure, yes. And all the stories you told about forcing Persephone coming to the underworld, it's a theme of sexuality, human sexuality even, yes. The distortion of the original sense of sexuality, because animals also have sexuality, but very different from the humans. Yes, and as far as I know, devas don't have sexuality. They are not even touched by it. It's a very human problem that we have to solve here, and we have to face the guardian dog. I mean, I saw pictures of Cerberus that were very different. This one is very fierce and very aggressive and deadly, even when I look at it. It looks like it has 3 stars on each head and frightening, even. But as I said in the previous picture, there is the big problem or the task to apply synthesis even to this. Yes, and if you don't apply synthesis and you don't integrate this energy, you will never be complete. That is what's transforming into my awareness here in this picture. Yes, and then one more thought is that Pluto is the name of the Lord of the Underworld, and so he is connected with Master CSG as well, in a way. And Master CSG, when he developed into his mastery, he was somewhat even evil. He was somewhat a black magician. He was, yes, if you have read the story by Master Ike, written by Master Ike, you can find him. He was serving the dark side. So it's even a little bit frightening to be acquainted with Master CSG, because he knows all the background negativity perspective of all these things. But he still is the one we can trust, because he gained mastery by the grace of Krishna, and he can convey the grace, the absolutation, let's say, to all of us, which are stuck in this theme of sexual desires, lust, and all the connecting themes. So I stop for a while. Thank you.
Yeah. What is later?
Let me step in. Frank says, good. We're on the lowest part of the world. That's right. I see in the dog the 3 stars are like in the material world. Yeah, we have this ability to sexuality or deeper things, but we're on the lowest part. But it shows me a mirrored way up the part. It's like into the heart, something like 3 stars, a 3-folding flame that we can grow. That's lift us in our temple, but we have to bring the offer in the lower part and to transmute all these energies that bring us the lust out in this physical plane, so we can transform it in us the way up through the chakras, and we train the chakras, the energies, to get a lighted star energy, as angel's energy or something. We lift up, we go the way up. Every chakra is connected, the lowest with the highest, and this goes to the heart. And in the heart is the 8th chakra, like the deepest temple in us. And these 3 burning stars in the dog, I see this is the order. This is the way to see. Everything, Father, Mother, the Son, everything is divine. And this is connected higher and higher every step up. This is what I see, but we start in, like the picture, in hell, or in the deepest place. And it's like the woman, I forgot the name,
Persephone.
Persephone. She has the ability in the lighter ways up to be, but she can go down to there. and you can change the places. This is like that's like mastery for me. But this only shows us a way. But and it starts in Scorpio. We go in our deepest part, we transmute, we make divine alchemy or something, and we go out like wiser, more consciousness or something, and we find the king in us, but we have to find the temple in the heart. First we go in, and then we step deeper in. This is so like the way. But okay, so I can talk only and more about this, but I only see this picture is wonderful painted, and 3 people, 2 people, 1 pet, and yeah, 3 stars. The number 3 is every time holy. That's it from me.
Wow. Now I'll try again. What I always think, this is not the first time, I always think that the yoga of Master CVV is very much connected with the underworld. Not in a bad way, because the yoga is called Brikta Rahita Taraka Raja Yoga. In Brikta Rahita Taraka, then underworlds. If you look to the Aquarian master, to the book, and there you see that that there are 3 levels. There are more than 3 levels, but there are 3 levels. They are beyond the physical level, beyond so down to the goes into the abyss. And I think what we think about what can I say about synthesis, and that we have to liberate all the energies what is down there, and what Frank already said, this is the abyss, but we have to take it with us. And when I remember right, in the Bhagavad Gita, so Sukra is Venus. Sukra was the teacher of the demons. So Sukra, so it has to do that we can liberate. Persenophe is actually a symbol of the soul, and the soul goes down into the abyss with Hades together. And so this is, we bring light down to the abyss, and then we can liberate it and bring it up again with all the energies. That is my thought to this.
Mm. For me, when I painted this picture, and also with Scorpio, it is also the end of Scorpio and then the transition to Sagittarius. And it says that the 3-headed hound, it says in the occult meditations, is guarding the door to the netherworlds. And there the energies should not come up. The demonic energies should stay there and not go above. And these demonic energies are also power, sexuality, abuses, and control, not allowing freedom to others. And all this aspect is a danger for being human, for the human beings. And here the teacher, the 3-headed dog, Sirius, is the teacher who warns us not to go into the abysses. And when you stay in the abyss with Scorpio and go deep down, then you come into the demonic part. And here the watchdog saves us from not going there, but turning around and going up again. And then he says that he's barking. And this barking is also working with sound and using the sound to ascend from the abyss up. And this situation here with these three, the dog and the Lord of the Underworld and the female part, female, they stand there as the guardians at the threshold to the Underworld. And this is for me very often in mind when I see what humans can do to humans, how demonic they can behave, and what does it mean when people lose all their human qualities, not to speak of the higher divine qualities. And there we stand also in Scorpio. Of course, Scorpio is with the sacral center, but it goes down to the Muladhara. And you can get lost there, or you can start the way up. It can be the turning point, but it needs will and decision to go up. Lisa?
Many stories about Scorpio. In Scorpio, we have 9 tests broken up 3, 3, 3. And there are those 3 lights, the 3 tests for the personality, the physical, emotional, and the mental. Also, the story of Persephone and Pluto. This is actually the story of winter coming on. And the ancient people, when they didn't really have a mind, they had an emotional self and a lower, very, very primitive mind. They were given information and a story that, oh, the light is dimming. That's Persephone. She went down into the dark regions with Pluto, and she's going to be there for 6 months. And she's going to stay alive by eating pomegranate seeds. And then in springtime, she's going to come up again. And the story was that her mother, Demeter, was so devastated by the loss of her daughter that she caused the entire earth to just turn brown. And this helped humanity understand the difference in the seasons.
Thank you very much, Lisa, to point out this dimension. Very important.
Hi, it's Laura. Yeah, when I see the dog and the dog star, I think of Sirius and the dog star. Sirius is in the constellation Canis Major, and the connection to Scorpio, because Sirius flows through Scorpio as well. Therefore, it's under the influence of Sirius Ray 2. And also, just on another level altogether, I guess, reading the labors of Hercules during Scorpio, in the teachings and the explanation of them, something came up recently about how we regard the body and the Scorpio tendencies and the base element as something very dark, but that all is holy, and that the body is holy as much as our soul and higher self, and that only through it do we find our way back and find that we are holy, and we are the sons of God. And I guess the reverse is through potentially the churches and religions of, knocking that theory out of us, that we are not holy or divine as human beings, that's beyond us, So yeah, that's what I wanted to share.
Very good. Thank you, Laura. It's always interesting to see all the different facets of the symbolism when we contemplate together.
I wanted to share that the three-headed hound upper part illuminated, it really brings the image of the phoenix kind of rising from the ashes, as a Scorpio can have these experiences of death, kind of dying death to our maybe lower instincts or and be able to rise again. It's kind of gives me a feeling of protection. Is protecting us from falling, but as Persephone does, she's capable of going down and go back up again to the earth from the lower worlds. Like Scorpio, I think, is an opportunity for that kind of death to the lower and to rise up to the higher.
Thank you, Rosa. Let's go now to the next painting.
Oh, please stop. I have one more thought.
Okay, yes, please do
I'm
share.
very grateful what you said, Laura, mentioning the labors of Hercules. And I would like to point out that there is no other way to reinstall our real power as humans, no other way than to face our fears and darkest sides inside. So these labors for me are the gateway to our own strength as we evolve as humans. And what the churches, you mentioned the churches, Laura, they tried to, in a way, protect us from this dark side, from this demonic side. But what they did, and what is the result in the end, is that we lose our power, lose our ground, lose our higher destination in a way, because we can only get into this experience of resurrection, what you said, Rosa, when we are willing to die for making this experience, integrating all those sides which are not very comfortable for us and even compelling and threatening and deceiving us and all this. We cannot get into the holiness of the heavens when we still have these faulty, or not faulty, but demonic sides. I mean, the demonic side has its own stand in the world. It's very important that there is the counterpart of the angelic side, because otherwise the whole system would not work. But in order not to get stuck in the demonic side, as you mentioned, Lotka, the threat is there that we dive into the demonic side and then we get stuck there and lose our soul even. But in order to evolve the inner power, the inner strength of mastery, as I sense it, as I even aspire for as an aspirant, I have to face my own fears, my own shadows, and this way through the abyss is the solution for it. And so I come back to the Hercules stories. We have to integrate all these 9 heads, the riddles behind each one. I just went through it. As you mentioned, Risa, sex and comfort and money, the first, and then fear and hate and striving for power, and then separation, and some more even from the higher side, from the mental body. Otherwise, we are stuck and we'll never go anywhere except stay at home and think we are very, very holy, esoteric. Oh, how wonderful. No, it's a very hard way and we have to face it. That's a very deep thought I get when I think about, contemplate about the abyss. And then, is there a beyond? Yes, there is a promise that there will be a beyond, that we are immortal, we will be resurrected, but still there is a doubt, is there really a beyond when I dive into the abyss? So that's the theme for today, yes? Confronting even our deepest fears. Yes. So this was, for me, very important to share.
Can I share something about this? Is what Frank and Laura said is very good. I think, what is it? Bring us to the deep thinking, to the lust, to this all needs. Before we all rewind, before we fall, we don't need this, but we on the physical plane, and we need this. But is what I read is like from the fallen angels book. Enoch is very deep. It's not really at the churches or something. They banned it, but they don't tell the history to the humans from the demonic part on this earth. The never ending story about the fallen angels. They are they don't want to let us grow. They are talking the demons of this world. That's our proof that we have to master. And so we have the other parts of the angels, and they help us to rise about them. This is what we have, the God energy. We come back to Jesus or God or something, like as with I am energy or violet flame or something. But what I say is the demonic part is every time on this earth. But we have the chance to raise of them. But we are a part of the divine. We are a little part of this flame from God. Everybody have in his heart. And that's our part. Everybody has it in own hands to rise and get proved every day, every day, every day. Next life, reincarnation, make it every time better. The single part is to understand it in this life, so you can go to the next lives and make it even better. Okay, that's what I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Let's stop here, this image, and go to the next one. There are two more images, but the time is already progressing very much, and we might only take one more image. And wait, this is, wait, it does not.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Frank. This image is called Scorpio, the inverted cone. We have spoken about it, that Scorpio represents the descent of spirit into matter. And here it is compared to the form of an inverted cone or a spiral path where the windings become smaller and smaller. Matter signifies the relative absence of spirit consciousness. It is described as the spiritual death or a bottomless pit in which we can fall when we are disconnected with the thread of light. For the soul, it is a situation of spiritual ignorance and the related suffering. When we reverse our direction and consciously relink to the thread of light, the cone becomes wider and the path becomes white and radiant. The soul experiences liberation from the bondages of matter and the related joy. There are guides who are firmly linked to the light, helping us on the way up. And at a later stage, we will become such helpers ourselves, assisting others on their way. The inverted cone in the upper center of the image is constructed with photos of two snail shells. The rim of the upper end of the cone is designed with elements of a transformed ring galaxy photo of NASA, indicating the macrocosmic and microcosmic dimensions of descent and ascent. In its center, there's a column of light leading at the bottom to a star, symbol of the soul fallen into matter. The multi-layered construction in the background is designed with a picture of a saligramma, a fossilized ammonite symbolizing Vishnu, the Lord of Pervasion, who is also linked to Scorpio. It reminds also of the Tower of Babylon, the background. Its fiery colors indicate the states of ignorance and suffering of the souls lost in matter. A person in dark clothes is walking towards the abyss, unaware of the starlight lights on the path. A person clad in white is standing on the right side in the direction of ascent, ready to help. The figure, designed with the photo of Master Kuma, is in a column of light. The column is directed from the heart via head towards the stars of the Great Bear, symbol of the cosmic white brotherhood, and further beyond into the cosmos. Anyone sharing thoughts?
Scorpio is the sign of the call to discipleship. And I write a lot for many different papers and newspapers. And when I wrote that the Scorpio is the sign of the call to discipleship, there was a priest, Catholic priest, and he wrote me and he said, I'm a Scorpio and I've never heard this, but it's the first time that I really thought I could study astrology because of what you said, that Scorpio is the sign of the call to discipleship. And I really like what you said, Ludwig, that you said that once we do respond to that call, there are helpers along the way. That is the most profound, hopeful thing I've ever heard. How kind of them to help us along the way, like Master Kumar. Every day I thank Master Kumar for his book on Shambhala. which I think is part of the path. We are all on the path to Shambhala, but we need help along the way. And once we hear that call of Scorpio to be a disciple, we do need help along the way. Thank you, Luger.
Thank you very much, Risa, for your thoughts.
One thought I have, the man walks into the Tower of Babel, and there comes the inverted cone out of it. And so he, it's like it's learning to understanding to raise this way up, and the guarded man on the outside is like from the White Brotherhood is like connected to Ursa Major. I see over there you talked. It's like it's called the White Brotherhood. They're helping people to help them ascend and descend. So I see so, but it's very lightful. The orange and the light flash in it looks very great to me. And the blue in the background into dark and a little bit violet and a redder colors. Very good frames. Yeah. More I can say.
There are many elements in this image. It was really a scorpionic process when it was created, and you might not discover all of it then. I used reflections in a warped window line in the Elbphilharmonie of Hamburg into it, and this person was a reflection in the windows, which I worked out when I took a series of photos through this very fascinating window reflections of this very modern Philharmonie building. And I worked it out in a way that there is the path where a bridge leading down. And when you go, this is also a kind of spiral path, but in the downward direction. And when you are not looking up, I see so many people, often they are having the headsets on, they have their ears blocked, they look on their mobile, and when I come and say hello here nearby, they do not notice. They are absolutely absorbed in themselves. And plenty of people today are caught in themselves. And they, this way, do not connect to the surroundings, and less so to what goes up. And so this person with a hoodie over the head and then walking downward does not notice that there are stars on the ground, that you can see the beauty of the cosmos even on the path, but you can use them as lights to go up, or you just are closed to the surrounding and walk down. And this I try to work into this, and then this burning ground colors of different layers in the background. You go more and more into the fire of the burning ground when you go down, and you can go up into the blue areas of space, and there's a big opening, a very strong opening towards the top, and it's a total contrast to what is the situation below. And here it is within a few centimeters in the image, or a very small space where there is a shift of very different energies, like colliding here, one next to the other. And the light and the darkness, directly confronting. And it is a matter of a short orientation, which direction you take, or what do you see, and where you are led to. And therefore, this picture is also having a lot of contrasts and a lot of attention in it. and at the same time harmony on another plane, up.
What's very interesting looks like this white tube over this white man. This is from up above to the ground in one string.
There's like a flow coming down from top also. It's
Okay.
like a flow of light, but there's the central cone, the line which becomes smaller from the top down through the center of this inverted cone, where it becomes dense. But I could not put all the elements together of the thoughts. And here it is the path of light. You see the one star at the Sahasrara, one star at the heart, one star above the head, the moon, and then there's a little higher, you see the 7 stars of the Big Dipper or the Great Bear.
Yeah.
And this is the hierarchy, the cosmic hierarchy, and the hierarchy on Earth. And from there, they are present, they bring great light into the chaos of the darkness. And they are in the darkness being available. And this is just an orientation of direction. The one looks down, absorbed, and you can turn around and go into the other direction.
Okay, but you must find the light. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You find the light when you search for it, but when you go into the wrong direction, you do not see it.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Ludger, I have a question about within the shadowy figure of this man walking down, there is some color. What is this?
There's the blue here. I brought it like a jeans suit, and then a rucksack.
Rucksack. Oh, okay.
Yes, the load, the karmic load. But I found it fantastic that he had. It was not black. I made it black here for the picture. So it is all the heavy load on the back.
Yes. The first impression was it's the back of a horse.
Yeah.
And then one more detail on the left side. I see somehow also a figure, like an ancient statue or something.
Yes.
Is that true?
I did not work anything out. It happened just. And I can show you the stone, which was black, which I used for this, but I transformed it into fire.
Okay.
You will understand more about it when you see this saligrama. Saligramas are found in Nepal in a river, and they are ammonites, and they are considered as Lord Vishnu, very sacred in the temples in India. A friend also is often coming here to the group, the Basha, she brought it from Nepal, from this valley in a river where you find them. And they are considered, they're not allowed to be sold, but people make business with it nevertheless. And this one is for me here. I used it to construct this many-layered structure in the background. And it was just the structure of the stone which gave this, what you saw as figures, but this is just, it is very good to see such elements. I often happen to see in stones, in rocks, also faces, structures, and you can see part of the subtle world. Others see them not, but when you are attentive, you see figures. And so there are beings around, and you can be aware of them, or you do not perceive them.
So far concerning my questions, but I want to share as well an impression I get when I look at this picture is that the white person, the master, is also, as well as the black person walking down the spiralic path, in very much in motion. Not
Yes.
only the person who's making steps towards the down the path, the master leaves the impression as if he is in very rapid motion inside this picture. So it's very uplifting to sense this sensation of motion up. You know, he's
Yes.
standing there very still, and as I assume, he's even smiling. I mean, I cannot see it, but as I know Kumar, he's smiling,
Yeah.
and he is
Yes.
moving up in such a rapid speed. No comparison with this person who apparently is moving step by step, but in the different direction, in the wrong one. You know, that's very funny about this picture.
I did not want to depict Master Kumar. I wanted to use the archetype of the teacher, standing there and helping. And therefore I covered the face with colors and reworked the eyes there, so that it is just a symbolic representation of the teacher. And standing there at the very border of the image and looking outside of the image, up and the way up, waiting there for who wants to come. So therefore it is posited on this side of the image. Any more thoughts?
One more thought. On the person who walking down, there's blue on the back over the rucksack, and can this mean it's like we have something divine in him, but he don't see it, but it's in the backside. I don't know. This blue it's strahlt heraus. Also it's something special, I see.
Yeah. Let it inspire to whatever thoughts come.
Okay.
I will show only the next picture for a short moment. We will not go into it because the time is already over. And so we have chosen this one, Libra, birth of the new earth, from a cataclysmic situation. Something new is also germinating and coming up. And so the new earth is growing even while the old earth is crumbling down. Just this for a short moment. The time does not allow to go in more. Let's have this our prayer for the close. We bow down to the wisdom of the East. We bow down to the love of the South. We bow down to the strength of the West. We bow down to the will of the North. We bow down to the headlight Chintamani above. We bow down to the great guardian dog below. We bow down to the Lord of I Am, the center. May we be raised. May we be raised. May we be raised to the kings of beauty. Our next Aquarian Salon will be on 31st of January 2026, and this closes the third cycle. At this date, we have as topic Shambhala. So I hope that we will meet again and look at this most sublime topic together. Frank, can you play before the close?
Yes, a few notes for the finish.